Hello everyone, welcome to a Descent Journeys and Dark 2nd Edition review of the Bonds of the Wild, and it's about time too. So let's get started, shall we? So we start off with just this little rule booklet. If you've never had one of these before, it's quite simple. If you want to use the rumour card to use these quests, all you have to do is actually have a rumour deck, which you could get from one of the small expansions. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. The maps are quite small on both of them, and just like with the others, there's only just 3 search tokens. There's like 1 for 2, another for 3, and 1 for 4. Just like there as well. Excellent, well done, great. And of course, in the first one, if the heroes win, nothing happens. If the Overlord wins, then they get the Hunk of Junk Overlord card and draws 1 rumour card. And of course, that is the back. Speaking of the Overlord reward card, this is the Overlord reward card, which focus, that's it, called Hunk of Junk. It's a trap card, so play this card when a hero uses a potion or an item search card before its effect is resolved. The hero tests knowledge. If it should be they passes, draw 1 Overlord card. If fails, flip card without resolving the effect, and that's it. Simples. Okay. Just something, especially for like healing potions or stamina potions. Either one. Not so bad. So let's start with Lyssa, shall we? Okay, so comparison is, well, same stats actually, 5, 8 and 5 in a grey defense dice. And of course the same statistics, sorry. And she is a mage, of course. The old, oh dear, I just hit the camera. Whoa. Oh dear. Okay, so the old hero ability was, if I zoom in a little bit so you can read it as well if you wish to. Each time you are attacked, you may re-roll 1 of your defense dice, and you must keep the new result. Not so bad, really. The new hero ability is each time you perform an attack that tells the figure adjacent to you before dice are rolled, you may replace 1 of your power dice with 1 red dice. Ooh, close combat. Well, that's great and all, especially since most of that mages, start with something like a yellow power dice. Getting close with her and you'll be laughing. Right, which one's better? Hard to say, really. Especially since this was very good right at the beginning. This one's pretty good right near the end. Especially when you have more defense dice rolled. However, I think doing more damage can actually help a lot more. However, yet again, you only have 8 health. Choices. Right, the heroic feat. Use, the shadow's in the way. Use after an attack against you fails to deal at least 1 damage to you. You may immediately move up to your speed and perform an attack. Okay, but it's got to make sure it fails. However, it does say use after, which is always a good thing. The newest one is use after you resolve an attack. Perform an additional attack that targets a figure adjacent to you. Replace the blue attack dice with a power dice of your choice before dice are rolled. This attack ignores range. Well, of course it ignores range because it's got to be adjacent to you. Right. You got 1 that you use if there's no damage dealt to you, which can be quite difficult. Especially in Act 2, which becomes less useful. And then you got 1 that you perform another attack that targets a figure adjacent to you. Doesn't have to say different, so just saying. And you get to also ignore the blue attack and add another dice. Nice. This one is actually far more better than the older one. I'll definitely say that the new Lyssa is actually a lot more better than the old one. Hexa class could be interesting. Or maybe even the Geomancer, all those stones, run around in stones, get to your place, or get to like more adjacent figures and all that stuff, blah 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 blah, etc. Conjurer could be good as well, attacking from one of your images instead of from yourself, especially since you only have 8 health. You have to remember that. And she has got very good stamina as well. She might be pretty good with almost any class. Well, that's Lyssa, and even her hero figure looks pretty awesome, especially with that claw. There's that tail of hers. After all, she is a partially a cat warrior mage. Yes, very nice, very nice. That claw though, oh, looks really cool. Okay, next we have Vera the Falconer. Okay, so really same stats and all, everything. The hero ability, the old ones. So you have the Sky Familiar. At the start of your turn, if Sky is not on the map, place him in your space. So what does Sky do? So Sky has a movement of 5. When moving, Sky ignores all figures and terrain. You may force a single monster adjacent to Sky to reroll 1 defense die or 1 attack die. If you do, remove Sky from the map. Okay. So what about the new one? Okay, you have the Sky Familiar. Start your turn. If Sky is not on the map, place him in your space. Okay, so what does the new Sky do? Well, let's have a look. Movement 5. Wow, so far nothing has really changed then, has it? Apart from it has. Sky ignores the effects of terrain. So as you see, right, we'll come back to this later. It says Sky ignores the effects of terrain, whilst the older one was when moving, Sky ignores all figures and terrain. So Sky can't fly over monsters. Each time a hero performs a ranged attack that targets a monster adjacent to Sky, that attack gains +2 range. After dice are rolled, you may discard Sky. If you do, that attack gains +1 damage. Now, here's where the wording comes in. It states that this one ignores all figures, and this one doesn't. However, this is not a model. This is just a normal token, and familiar tokens can go through other monsters. It's just completely ignored, as if it wasn't there. Oh no, it slipped out of my hand. But having the +2 range. Oh jeez, the camera's going weird. Really need a camera stand. And +1 damage. Yeah, it's pretty good. Although you have the choice of after you'd rolled the dice, and then you can discard Sky if you want to do +1 damage. Awesome. Right, the old heroic feat. So as an action, someone's hitting something out there. That's really great. Just what was wanted. Place Sky in a space in your line of sight. Sky then attacks an adjacent monster with a blue, red, and yellow die. This attack gains Surge Stun. Okay, great. So that means Sky can attack once. Not bad. The newer one. As an action, Sky performs a melee attack Ah, that's a little bit more specific now, isn't it? With a blue, red, and yellow die. This attack gains surge stun. So, really, practically the same. Okay. However, this one literally says in space in your line of sight, then it attacks. This one, well, you have to actually have Sky next to the monster that you want to attack with. Otherwise it's attacking nothing, isn't it? So this one lets you place Sky right there and attack. This one just attack. Okay. So why did I zoom in? That's just dumb. The new Sky is a lot more better. Vera, well, the old Vera is a little bit more better though, just because you can place Sky in your line of sight, while this one doesn't. But hey, that's what you get, right? Oh, that's the token. And of course, Vera himself. And he looks pretty good. And his knife is bent. Yay! I have to do something about that. It's really nicely detailed, nice little cape. Yeah. And of course the falcon. Awesome. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to a Running of the Wild. Okay. So, everything is all the same. 4, 10, 5, grey. That's great. So, what does the old hero ability do? Focus. If you have the Pico Familiar at the beginning of each encounter, place the Pico Familiar token on your hero sheet. Any hero may give Pico to an adjacent hero following the normal rules for traded items. And the Pico Familiar is, well, absolutely nothing right. Pico is never placed on the map. The hero is carrying Pico by placing his token on the hero sheet. So it's like, yeah, carrying around. A monster may only target a hero carrying Pico for the attack if there are no heroes closer to that monster and its line of sight. Yeah, makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Having some kind of badger. It's apparently supposed to be a badger. Who knows? I'll just call it some kind of fox or ferret. So yeah. Say like an undead skeleton archer. Oh no, I don't want to shoot that thing. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Okay, so the newer one is you have the Pico Familiar. Start each encounter with the Pico token on your hero sheet. During your turn, you may choose one search token within 3 spaces of you and place Pico in its place. Oh yeah, it's actually going to be doing something. So what does the new Pico do? Right, absolutely nothing right there. Okay, great, job done. No, there's actually text here. During another hero's turn, if that hero is adjacent to Pico, he may search a search token in the space containing Pico. This does not require an action. Pico is in a space that falling over there, does not contain a search token. Place Pico on your search card. Oh, right. So it's a auto search pickup. Excellent. So what about the old heroic feat? So it's a skill action. Move up to 10 spaces. Wow. In a space adjacent to the hero that is currently has Pico on his hero sheet. Yeah, is that it? That's not all that great. Sure, the movement 10, but it's gotta be up to the hero that has Pico. Great. What about the new one? Come on, don't let me down. Use at the start of the a hero's turn. If the Pico token is on your hero sheet, choose one other hero. You and that hero may immediately trade any shop item cards relic cards, and church cards. Did I say church cards? Strange. Okay, this can actually come in really handy. The amount of times where I just want to trade a healing potion to someone, or stamina potion to someone, or even a shop card. Now the only way you probably want to go for shop cards is probably the treasure chest in the church item, the deck. But hey, that could be pretty handy just all of a sudden, and boom, traded, job done. Awesome, great. Yeah, 5 stam though, that's pretty good. Oh dear. So Rowan and Vera, I can really say that all scout classes are pretty good ish. Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head. The bounty hunter, the stalker, well, stalker for more Vera anyway. Yeah, treasure hunter, especially for Rowan, for Pico that is. All good really. If I move that out of the way and move these out of the way, you can see the token right there, and of course Rowan himself, who looks really heroic. Yeah, with a nice beefy sword, awesome flowing cape. Yeah, awesome, great, nice. Okay, now we come to the last one, which is Kalara. So Kalara, a little bit different here. So the 3, 10, 5, but this one has a 4. Interesting. Okay, the hero ability. So, oh dear, shadow getting in the way. So, you have the Bright Blaze familiar. At the beginning of each encounter, place Bright Blaze in your space. Okay, so what does Bright Blaze do? Okay, it's got a movement of 4. Each attack targeting a monster adjacent to Bright Blaze gains Pierce 1. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just Pierce 1. New Kalara's hero ability. Okay. You have the Bright Blaze familiar. At the start of each encounter, place Bright Blaze in the closest empty space to you. Ah, good wording there. Right, but it's practically the same thing. Ah, no, I'm zooming in. Right, so what does the new Bright Blaze do? He does stuff. Does stuff. So, it has a movement of 5, 6 health, and a grey defense dice. Nice. So, this familiar is treated as a figure. Makes sense. It may perform 1 melee attack during its activation using the dice and abilities of a magic weapon you have equipped. Okay, and it just literally says there's the melee symbol, just to let you for a reminder really. So this thing can actually go around and start hitting things. It's treated as a figure. Well, so far I'm more impressed with the newer Bright Blaze than the other Bright Blaze. Okay, so the heroic feat. Right, skill. So perform an attack. Okay. Before attack roll, you may move Bright Blaze to an empty space adjacent to your target. Oh wow, so you could quickly get Bright Blaze to where you want it. Okay. This heroic feat. If Bright Blaze is a skill, so is not on the map, because probably got defeated, place Bright Blaze in an empty space adjacent to you. Then immediately activate Bright Blaze. Bright Blaze also activates this turn as normal. Wow. So you get to re-summon Bright Blaze and take its go. Then you can automatically take its go afterwards. Or or when you've just actually finished your turn, because this actually does still a skill and requires an action to use. So you'd still be using Kalara's other action, unless this is the second action, of course. Wow, I'm really impressed. Oh dear, especially with Bright Blaze being now useful. I could definitely say that okay, the old Kalara had stamina 5. This one has a stamina 4, but it's a lot more worth it. Wow, the amount of weapons that you could get, quite interesting, and all those surge abilities as well. Ooh, makes you wonder. Possibilities. Right, so good classes to use. Ooh, what would be a good ones to use? Probably any. I'd definitely probably say the maybe just go with any. The Hexa might not be as good though. Yeah, probably not best to use the Hexa because of her movement 3. Although it could be quite interesting to use the Necromancer, just to have the 2 familiars, but at the same time, you're just not going to be doing a lot of damage as well. Although it'd still be quite fun to do the Necromancer. Okay, let's get that out of the way, and that's Bright Blaze token. Yeah, he looks really friendly, doesn't he? Yeah. And of course, Kalara herself, which the model looks fantastic. Look at that, that's just awesome. So you get Kalara herself as well as Bright Blaze. Oh, yeah. Absolutely awesome. Love it. So, Lyssa and Kalara is not just the only women in this pack. We have the Deep Elves, female assassins. Oh. So, yeah, so the original and the Bonds of the Wild ones. Same stats, 5-7 brown, 5-9 brown. Same attack dice. Right, so stealthy, pierce 2 and +1 damage. Stealthy, pierce 4 +1 damage. Riposte, stealthy, pierce 3 +1 damage. So this one has pierce 4, and this one has pierce 3, but has riposte. Well, let's have a look, shall we? Right, riposte. Each time an adjacent figure resolves an attack that affects this monster, notice the words effects, right? That figure suffers damage equal to the defense results. Yeah, it's got to be those defense results. Okay. If the attack is a miss, the figure suffers damage equal to the damage rolled instead. Oh, that's quite nasty. However, it does just say affects the monster. The creature suffers damage equal to the defense results. So, yeah, brown defense dice not going to work all that well. Stealthy, which is the each attack that targets this monster must roll 3 additional range beyond the normal required amount, or the attack is a miss. That includes melee weapons as well, and of course pierce. You get a minion, a master, or just all 4, just like both of them. So right away, I don't think they're all that good for Act 1. But hey ho, the pierce is amazing. So the Act 2 versions are, of course, same. Stealthy pierce 2 and plus 2 damage. Stealthy pierce 2 plus 2 damage. Blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. Stealthy pierce 4 plus 2 damage. Riposte. Stealthy pierce 4 plus 2 damage. So about the riposte, it's just not that great. So it's literally it's got to be an adjacent figure. That's got to affect this monster, the deep elf itself, and it's got to be equal to the defense results. Still, of course, you when it comes down to Act 2, they're going to be rolling more dice. So it's like the blue, red, red, and if they've rolled an X, so it's a miss, they're probably going to take quite a bit of damage, and you're going to be laughing if they've got like 6 damage on their defense in their roll. So yeah, so that stealthy is pretty mean, and they also have pierce, which is pretty good, especially when it comes down to Act 2. So when it comes down to Act 1s, they might not actually be worth it straight away. A little later on, but still, it's like PS3. That's practically every single hero that's not going to get any defense results at all, as practically all heroes tend to have at least 1 grey. Yeah, I did say practically, because there's also people with shields. Anyway, that is the deep elf herself. Yeah, she looks like she's ready to party, actually. Oh, strange. Well, I'm not going to complain. I mean, there's quite nice details on there. You can't really see through the camera itself, but still. Anyway, not so bad. Alright, the kobolds are here. Woohoo! It's going to be good. Right, so 3, 2, brown. Yeah, great, hey. 3, 2, brown, of course. Oh yeah, and blue attack dice. With the scamper and swarm. This one's got scamper, small beginnings, and swarm. We'll get back into that later. So 3, 4 brown, 3, 5 brown. 1 extra health there. Blue dice, blue, yellow dice. Oh, that's better already. There's scamper, split, and swarm. Scamper, spawner, and swarm. So if we go straight for the split, this is the when this monster is defeated, replace it with 2 minions of the same type and the closest available empty spaces, ignoring group limits. And that's about it. Yeah. So this one with the likes of small beginnings and spawner. So of course there's scamper. Do not place this monster during setup, so minions are not placed. Great. Spawner. At the start of each overlord turn, place 1 minion kobold adjacent to this monster, respecting group limits. Ooh, that sounds really good. Actually, it is really It's hilarious good, because this is like the only one that you can actually get proper reinforcements. Even if you're not allowed to have reinforcements, this is it. You get 4 of them with 2 masters, or 8 of them 2 masters, or 9 of them with 3 masters. Nice. What about the Act 2 ones? What's the difference between them, hey? 4 brown, 4 brown. Exactly the same as normal. For 6 brown, for 7 brown. And this one actually has the yellow attack dice. Of a scamper, split, swarm, scamper, spawner, swarm. Nice. So the masters have 1 extra health all in total. And they can do the spawners, which is actually like really fun. And there's these kobolds in all their glory. Really, really nice. It's like 3 in 1 base, but they only count as 1. Awesome. I really like it. Now I come to the Hellhounds. 4, 3, grey, for 4 grey. Wait, this one has fire breath and appears 2 for blue and red. This one has hunt, we'll get into that later, blue and red, and a pierce 2. Okay. So 4, 6 grey, 4, 6 grey, blue red, aura 1, fire breath and pierce 2, hunt, fire breath and pierce 2. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let me just show you aura, just so if you don't know. Each time a hero enters a space adjacent monster, that hero suffers 1 damage. But this one doesn't have it, this one has hunt. After this attack resolves, you may remove the target from the map and place it in an empty space adjacent to this monster. So you're literally really dragging everyone away, dragging the party away from each other, moving them away from objective tokens, moving away from near healing, surrounding other heroes, blocking everyone in. This is actually really, really interesting at all. Oh, brilliant. I like it. Great. Yeah. 1 million, 1 master. 2 millions, 1 master. 3 millions, 1 master. So, I've actually seen the Hellhounds in play, and the fire breath is just every time surge, fire breath, surge, fire breath. It becomes far too much of a hassle. So I'm actually glad that they changed it to hunt and just the master having fire breath. That's a good call. The Act 2 ones, however, it's got 5 grey, 5 6 black. Wow. Okay, it's got fire breath, pierce 3, hunt, pierce 3, same amount kind of damage. And then we have aura 1, which is the same, pierce 4. This one has a pierce 3. Interesting. And have the same amount of stats and everything. Grey defense dice, black defense dice. Okay. And of course, this is the Hellhound in all its fiery glory, and it looks absolutely amazing. Especially since the old Hellhounds actually looks like Bargus sometimes, so they were very hard to find out which one's which. This stands out immensely and is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And of course, the rumor card itself, the one man's trash. Yeah, and of course, when you transition to Act 2, the Overlord just literally gains the hunk of junk and plays Bonds of the Wild advance quest card. And of course, that's how you travel there. Yeah, if this quest is available after Super Finale, the Overlord may draw 1 Overlord card. Nice. But anyone does it. So the Overlord wins the Deep Vengeance. During setup of each encounter, you may place this card in near one monster group with the Cave trait. Each time a hero ends his turn adjacent to one or more monsters in that group, that hero suffers 2 damage and 1 fatigue. Ooh, nice. The hero reward, Mabungni Brunch. Sounds funny. It's like Mab in Oggi. Just call it Man or Baby. Anyway, exhaust this card when the hero enters a water space. Oh god. As long as there is water space, that hero may choose to recover either 6 health or 3 stamina. Wow, this card does not refresh as normal. Refresh card at the end of each quest, which is unfortunate. But it's worth for anyone at least. It's still got exhausted, but still, that's pretty good. Okay, so, and that is that. So, what do I actually really think of Bonds of the Wild? You actually get the most stuff out of this one. You get a lot of the kobolds, of course, for free. Three. Yeah, you get three monster types and the 4 heroes, just like normal. But of course, those kobolds really bring it up a lot because all that plastic. Get the 3 cardboard familiars, of course, like anything else, and you've got the 3 familiars cards as well, because you have to. This is probably the most that you could get in this box itself. There's, well, when I say the most, it's like the literally there's a lot in it, unlike the others. It's just because of the kobolds and the familiars themselves, but still, everything else is like the same. So this is absolutely, I'd say, worth it. I think the heroes, especially Kalara, is amazing. The new Hellhounds, I think they look great. I haven't used them yet, but I should be soon. The hunt sounds really good, like dragging the heroes away to their dooms. The deep elves I'm not 100% sure on, but I think I'll still give them a shot anyway. The kobolds, I mean, hands down, yes, brilliant. Seriously, this is the box probably to go for, just because it's got a lot of stuff. 2 decent monsters. Still not too sure about the still not too sure about the deep elves, but like I said, I'll still give them a shot. Auto pierce is going to be scary anyway. Yeah, like I said, Kalara, absolutely amazing. Lyssa, I'm looking forward to seeing how she works out really well with having the red power dice instead. Vera as well. Yeah, Vera as a stalker sounds quite interesting. Anyway, I will have to rate this. Oh, even the quest seems quite interesting as well. I'm going to give this a... I don't want to go that high, but I really should anyway, just because the amount of stuff in it. A 9 out of 10. Just because literally you get your money's worth in this box. Literally, I am really pleased. And there's nothing really like so down. It's like, wow. Nothing's really straight down, unlike the ogres from last one, but still absolutely amazing. Oh, thank you Until next time, bye.